Mr. Milgram, frequently discussion about the movement of fentanyl focuses on the Department of Homeland Security seizures at ports of entry across the border. But as you know, there's critical work that needs to be done to deal with fentanyl much earlier, particularly when it comes to the supply chain. You discussed that in your opening remarks. And so my question is related to how do we deal with precursors in this long chain that leads to dangerous products coming into our country. My question is, how does the DEA work specifically with the Department of Homeland Security to identify and investigate the illicit movement of precursors in fentanyl production? And are there additional tools or authorities that you believe are going to be necessary to enhance both the DEA and the DHS's ability to disrupt this supply chain in a significant way?
Thank you for raising this conversation, Senator, because I think it's vital that we be looking at this as a network problem. So traditionally, we've spent a lot of time focused on high-value targets, the leaders, for example, of the cartels. That work is important, but it is not nearly enough. We have now mapped with our counter-threat teams more than 6,000 members, associates, and facilitators of these two cartels in more than 40 countries worldwide. And again, these are the two cartels that we have identified as being most responsible for the deadly fentanyl on our streets today. This starts in China with the precursor chemicals, and then it goes to Mexico, where those chemicals are being used to make fentanyl. So we are targeting specifically those precursor chemical companies, both on the clear net and on the dark net, and the individuals who are engaged. Now, we do work closely with DHS. They have capacities related to cargo shipment. One of the challenges that we are all facing, though, is that right now, because the chemical industry is so underregulated, as I mentioned earlier, in the Chapitos network case where we've charged 28 individuals, including 4 in China, they are hiding what those chemicals are as they're being shipped out. And so there's no know your customer requirement. There is no requirement that anything be correctly labeled. And so we are working as hard as we can with DHS and others to figure out how we can best infiltrate and adapt to be able to track those shipments and to stop them even before they get to Mexico.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Peters. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Chair.